This is our Tensa Trekking Treez hammock stand, set up with an 11-foot hammock and an 11-foot tarp. I'm covering something that's been a little vague in our instructions, which is how to guy out the tarp extension. The tarp extension, this tip above the hammock connection point, must be immobilized or braced, because if the tarp pulls on it, if it's simply cantilevered like that, this heat shrink tubing is designed to fail safely to avoid damaging the more expensive carbon fiber components. Obviously, you don't want the fail-safe to fail. So again, guying out and stabilizing this tip is important. I'll show you some detail. All right, so I've backed up to an earlier state. We'll pretend that I've just finished finishing the hammock adjustments. I made a little ad hoc suspension piece here to get the head end lower while allowing this pole to be far enough out to let the tarp be tensioned between its ends. So remember this, the trekking knob, we're going to put that right on top. Notice it has a channel through it on the top. That has a purpose. I'm going to take my tarp ridgeline with its tensioning mechanism here, and I'm going to hook this to a stable point that I make out of these guy-line tails. Once you've finished tensioning the pole correctly, you can make a yoke of these tails just by tying a knot. I'll tie a slippery half hitch or something. Doesn't need to be a strong knot or a clean one. But you see, this gives us a point around which we can attach. I'll loosen this up a bit. And I've got a mitten hook here that I would normally attach around the tree and finish the tensioning with the line lock here. But here, the ridge line passes through that groove in the knob and is then stabilized to this yoke. The angle here prevents a lot of torque on this. Again, this being the part that is designed to break away if this is bent too much. So our whole point is to not allow this to be bent much. Everybody has different kinds of tarp ridge lines, tensioning arrangements. So this is how I do it. You should practice with your equipment, your lines, before you need to make this work, because that may involve coming up with some on-the-spot fabricated parts or line assemblies to achieve the same functional result of not allowing this thing to come under a lot of bending force. So I think that covers it. That's that end, and we're doing exactly the same thing over on this end, except here I want this end to be just enough to cover the hammock itself, so I don't run any suspension here. I didn't need to run this over. I put the tarp's grosgrain end loop directly over the trekking foot, and then attached the mitten hook here and tensioned it that way. But same concept.